Hey my friends. Well, got the neighbor's puppies talking to me. Well, last night it's the end of April and it actually snowed. And it's all melted, but let's take a peek in the greenhouse and see how the plants did overnight. Wow, it's really warm in here. Really warm. It's probably a good 90 in here. And yeah, the peas are a little bit browny, but boy, it looks like everything did great. That makes me happy. Well, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take some of these guys here and bring them back in the house for a little bit. We're gonna separate them because they're really crowded and they're not gonna be able to grow. So let's go ahead and go in the house and separate these guys out. Okay, now that we're inside, I've got a tray of snapdragons here. And I know what you're thinking, hey Kurt, vegetable garden, right? Well, flowers in the garden are very, very important. You want to attract all the pollinators to your garden so that you can get the best yield possible with your fruits and vegetables. Not only that, I have a really fond memory of, did I just say memory? I sound like my 6-year-old nephew. I have a really fond memory of snapdragons from my grandmother, my dad's mom. She always had a gorgeous garden every year. Roses, climbing up a trellis. Aside from her vegetables that she grew, but she also grew snapdragons. And I always remember as a kid walking up to them and, pinching them and making them open their little mouths, if you will. And I always think they're a pretty flower, but there's that memory. So one of the flowers that I'm gonna grow this year in the garden are snapdragons. So I have a pre-moistened cell tray here, and what we're going to do, I'm going to bring the camera over my shoulder so you can see better. And what we're going to do is, as you can see, these are really, really dense, so they don't have any room to grow. So what we're going to do is go ahead and separate them out. I'm going to show you my method of how I do that, and we'll go from there. Okay, the first thing we need to do is remove what we have from these cells. We have these here, and you can see there's a dozen, 20 of them, I don't know. But what we're going to do is just like when you plant them outdoors. Kind of squeeze the bottom of the cell itself so we can tease out what we've got in there. We're going to be very, very gentle. There we go, we're starting to pop up there. There we go. And just really gentle, separate them out. So you see, because there's so many of them that were in that little cell, they're really root bound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get down at the base of them, and just really gentle and slowly separate them out. See the little root there on that guy? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and lay them on top of the new cells that we're doing. So just real gentle. You're going to feel the roots separate. It's going to feel like they're tearing, but they're not. They're just really tangled up. So at the base, very gentle, real slow, and start separating. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for what we've got here, and then I'll show how to replant in their new home. Okay, got the tray just about done. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up, and I'll show you how I'm potting them. So just take my finger, just push a little hole, and depending on the size of the flower, I'm doing sometimes 2, sometimes 1 per cell. So like this little guy, I'm gonna go ahead and just do 1. So just set the root and gently pack it down. And then over here on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Pack it down. But now I'm going to show you my favorite gardening tool. And it's just a regular pen. Because my chubby fingers sometimes can't help get the roots in the hole, I'm just going to go ahead and take this pen and ever so gently I can put the roots in the hole. And then again, just lightly pack the soil back down around it. And we've got them replanted. So I'll do that again. Got a bigger plant this time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right in the middle. Right in the middle. And pack it down. Now you're gonna notice they're a little bit droopy, and that's because they're really stressed out right now. You know, when you move plants around and you disturb their root system like that, they freak out a bit. So what you want to do is you want to be a little bit on the quick side when you're doing this, because they're going to stress either way, but you don't want the roots to get dry. That's one thing you don't want to happen. When the roots get dry, it's kind of like, you know, us trying to breathe underwater. It doesn't happen. The roots have to stay moist in order for the plant to breathe and get nutrients. You want to make sure they stay moist. So as you're doing this, be quick like a bunny so you can get it done. What we got here? Got one going in the middle right here. So just go ahead, take the pen, just gently tap down the root system. One cell left. Get rid of that random leaf. So take your finger, poke a hole, just like that. Got 2 plants left. So I'm just gonna grab them by the base, gently pull them apart. You can just see how the roots are they're woven together, so just real gentle and they'll unlock. In the hole. Well, that one actually kind of went in by itself. And last one. Tap, 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 real gentle. And there we are. So there we are. That's how I go ahead and separate out the plants. You saw how thick and dense they were before. Now they have room to breathe and grow and mature and look beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the rest of these off camera, so you don't have to see me planting each and every single one. It's a little bit time consuming. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that and put everybody back in the greenhouse. But as you can see, that they're really droopy right now because they're stressed out. So I think what I'm going to do on the next video is I'll start it off maybe doing a greenhouse tour. And that way we can see everybody perked up and sitting up like soldiers to let you know that they got over their stress period and they're doing okay. So I think that's where we'll go forward from there. Anybody who's finding this channel for the first time and maybe doesn't know exactly what's going on here, I do want to say that this started as a Facebook group, very small, but it did start that way. And in the Facebook group, which is Facebook Let's Go Garden, I have posted other things there. So the folks that are coming over from Facebook know exactly what's going on. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an intro video for the channel for people coming in after this. And for those of you that aren't aware yet, I don't live on like a multi-acre farm or anything. I just live in a normal suburban setting in Joliet, Illinois. I don't have acres of land. There's not a farm next door. There's a house there, there's a house there, there's an alley behind me. And what I am doing is I just want to show everyone that you can grow flowers, you can grow fruits and vegetables, and have a beautiful functional place that you can harvest your own food and enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and make an intro video for the channel that'll cover that so everybody knows, I think. So anyway, I don't mean to ramble. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do this tray. I'm going to put these guys back out in the greenhouse. I don't want to sound like a typical YouTuber saying please like and subscribe and ring the bell and share. And I promise I won't do that often. But since this is a brand new channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and share it with your friends so I can get a few more people to watch, and we can do this journey together and we can learn and become better gardeners with each other. I'm not a gardener professionally, I just like to garden. So let's take this journey together and teach one another and just become the best gardeners that we can be. So thank you again, my friends, for watching. I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, I'm Kurt, and let's go garden.